Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Velvet Talks.
Yeah.
Today's episode, we will be reviewing the movie that just came out like a couple weeks back.
A couple weeks ago, like before Valentine's Day, which it is not.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Let's talk about this. Okay, before we go any further, let me start this off with I was not the biggest fan of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Going into this. But how about this? Why don't you tell them your thoughts of Deadpool before seeing this movie?
Okay. My thoughts on the character Deadpool before seeing the movie?
Yes.
Okay. I always really liked Deadpool because I knew he was a gag character and you're not supposed to take him seriously. And he was just funny. I love breaking the fourth wall characters. It makes me laugh. He's funny. He's inappropriate. He picks on Spider-Man. He's in love with Spider-Man. And it's just all a really good time with Deadpool. What do you think, Mitchell?
I didn't like Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the internet overhyped him. I didn't think he was funny because of this overhype. And I feel like, and I know a lot of people who say that overhype isn't a legit reason to not like a character, but if you've known anything, a trend that was popular and you just disliked it because it was popular and it was all over your face, that's how I felt about Deadpool.
Okay, that makes sense because that's how I feel about Doctor Who.
Exactly. So, and it's unfortunate because I feel like if I did get into the comics beforehand, I probably would have liked him. And I always knew that.
Yeah.
So I was going to see this movie by myself because I was like, I don't want to bring anyone down when I go to see this movie. And Ganglodo and I, before recording, she asked, so we're going to go see Deadpool? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go this Saturday. And all you said was, all right, so when should we go see it together? And I'm like, what?
Well, Mitchell, we were going to go see it together because I said so. Because it was good and I was excited. And I was like, Mitchell, this is something you'd like. It's your kind of humor.
You just invited yourself.
And he all but spit in my face.
My literal reason for not going to see this with other people was if I didn't like the movie, I wouldn't feel like pressure to not leave the theater.
You didn't tell me that. All you said was, no, I'm going by myself. In that like deep scary voice of yours. No, don't you dare follow me.
Fucking Christ. Anyways, so
we went to go see it together.
Yeah, we went to go see it together and I sat in that chair, and my favorite... First of all, just so you all know, I came out of that movie having a real appreciation towards Deadpool. Mm-hmm. And fun story. I had just woken up before going to see this movie.
Yeah, I was sitting in the theater and I texted Mitchell. I'm like, where the fuck are you? Because I always get there half an hour early. And I'm pretty sure I told Mitchell to do that the day before. And then I hear nothing from him until I'm in like the second trailer and I see his doofy self walking in and I wave to him and he's just like, I just woke up.
What the? Okay, anyways. The point is...
we never actually talked about this movie before now.
We did it because of circumstances that happened after the movie.
Us not being in the same room together.
Pretty much, yeah. So I have this new appreciation towards the character.
Mm-hmm. I have a new appreciation towards Ryan Reynolds. Like, I didn't know you were a good actor.
After Green Lantern, no one thought you'd come back. Now, first of all, I just wanted to say to the people at Fox Studios who allowed the project to really just shine as much as it did. Mm-hmm. Good fucking sense of humor. That opening title sequence, I remember sitting there trying to I was trying to wake up and I'm hearing people laugh and I'm like, what the fuck are they laughing at? And I'm reading now the opening credits and I'm like, fuck, that's good.
That's what happened to me the first time too, because I always zone out when they start putting the words on the screen and then you hear chuckles and you're like, well, nothing's fun. It was cute.
The fact that they were playing You're My Darling Angel like that just really solidified it to me. I'm like, I might like this movie. The intro to that movie, it's unfortunate that I was so bitter towards Deadpool coming into the movie because...
you can't help that.
It was one of those things where it's just in that intro sequence, him just being like, oh, time to get the chimmy fucking chungas, and he comes down and I'm like, that word, that word, that Deadpool, that is, to me, that's I hate hearing chimichanga and Deadpool in the same sentence because I knew a guy in college who would just always be like, "Oh, getting chimichangas, they're just like Deadpool," and fucking wear like fucking Deadpool pins and all that shit. I fucking hate that guy. And it was just like that opening sequence was just like. It wasn't until he started counting the bullets that I started to kind of get into it, where I was like,
"Yeah, that really made you laugh," and I was like, "Oh, thank God, I'm not ruining Mitchell's entire day."
I'm like, all right, that's clever, that's some pretty clever humor, and especially when he just shoots the guy like twice, and he's like, "It was worth it."
Stupid, worth it.
Like Ryan Reynolds' delivery on these jokes was it was so funny.
He cares about Deadpool so much. If you watch any like interviews with him, he's like, "I'm not gonna let this happen like it did with the X-Men movies because that was bullshit, and I want Deadpool to get what he deserves," which is a good fucking movie.
Like, the one thing I wasn't expecting out of this movie was, here's the thing with, just so you know, because I don't think I've told you this yet. We saw that movie together. I went home that night, and I was chatting with everyone I knew who saw that movie. Whether I talked to them like in the last year or not, I was trying to talk to them because I was like, okay, why is it that I like this character now? Because I couldn't believe like how much I genuinely enjoyed the movie by the end of it. And it pretty much boiled down to apparently the Deadpool variant that I was introduced to is not the Deadpool that this movie was kind of based around. Let me explain that real quick for the viewers at home. When I used to think of Deadpool, I would think of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 specifically, where he was obnoxious as fuck and I hated him. He would attack someone with someone's health bar, which is funny, but especially watching players play this character in a serious form, and it just seemed very insulting. Like I would lose matches on it, and you'd just be like, "Oh, you didn't do a fucking good job." And I'm like, "Well, fuck you, Deadpool. I don't like this game." It's a fighting game, and people want me to play it. I don't. Fuck you, Deadpool. So,
all right, such a child. Please continue. I'm trying to like not judge you on that particular reason why you don't like Deadpool. He always beat me in fighting games, and then he would make fun of me.
First of all, you're talking about just so you remember, this isn't like a person I'm talking to. This is the in-game character, and I remember Andre being next to me, being like, "Why are you so mad at Deadpool?"
Because that's silly.
And between the overhype and all of that, it's just that. Oh, but apparently the reason why. Okay, so Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and like the way the internet treated him was very incredibly obnoxious, and the way that they treated him in the movie with his like. How far the jokes kind of went, to me, was less obnoxious and a lot more clever.
Oh,
the jokes in the movie were incredibly... I mean, it was toilet humor at times, but a lot of those jokes were very like clever. Like especially there was when they go to visit the X-Men house, and he's just like, "Oh, why is this place so empty?"
Yeah, you couldn't afford more than 2 actors.
Like that was a good
cute
joke.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought the breaking of the fourth wall worked because that's what I was most worried about. They would make it stupid. My sister actually said that it sort of took her out of it. Like, she didn't like it. It was jarring to her.
Yeah.
That he would like suddenly switch and know that we were there.
I feel like a part of that. Did your sister understand the context of the character before walking into the movie?
I mean, everyone knows that Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. And I'm pretty sure she knew that before going into the movie, but I don't think she really understood what that meant, because she had never really seen anything with Deadpool in it, or read anything with him in it. But I had known that from the beginning. Like, they better do that right and make it funny, because there's so many ways that could go wrong.
Yeah. And, you know, I just wanted to say real quick, like, in terms of just, like, making me care about Deadpool, having... a love interest like the way that he did and all that crap, like the way that like the one scene that got me in, like I look back on it, like the scene that got me in, like I was ready to watch the rest of this movie and I wasn't wanting to leave, was the scene where Ryan, like, okay, first of all, probably should put spoilers somewhere in the title of the movie.
Yeah.
Or in the title of the video.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Ryan Reynolds is sitting in his chair and it's dark.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
I'm sorry. Wade Wilson is sitting in his chair.
He just is Ryan Reynolds at this point.
He's sitting in his chair, and it's after he hears the news about him getting cancer, and they don't have to show it, but it's obvious that he's crying about the situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, okay, you just humanized this obnoxious shitbag to me. Mm-hmm. Like, you just humanized him and made him like a person. Like, you made him to a point where I can now be like, okay, I'm in. Like, the cute romance between him and his kind of, like, both of them are kind of crazy in their own way, and it's cute how that works.
Very
like,
horny.
Or just
I saw way too many like body parts in that movie, to be honest.
Like when they show him before he's Deadpool and he goes to and he stops that stalker guy or tries to bullies the stalker guy, like those scenes were like that made me like more interested in the character than ever before. Mm-hmm. And like that's the kind of character that I can get behind. Not obnoxious chimichanga bullshit, not I can kill the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. None of that crap. It's those small moments that like made the movie for me.
Now see, those moments, the chimichanga thing and the obnoxious things that Deadpool does is usually when he's visiting other characters, not in his own comics.
Okay.
Usually.
I'm not trying to like this. I'm not saying like okay dismissively. I'm just being like okay.
Yeah, Christina, when she's a buddy of mine, and she said that watching the movie was like just reading the comic book. Okay. And it was exactly like I read a couple of them, and that's basically his humor. That's just how he is. Maybe it's because I've never really thought of Deadpool as obnoxious, but Mitchell obviously has reasons for thinking he's obnoxious. I mean, I personally don't like agree, but I can see where you're coming from. So, but I'm really glad that you enjoyed this movie. I'm glad I didn't ruin your life by making you watch it.
Just another real quick note. One of the best jokes in the entire goddamn movie is like one of the cleanest, stupidest jokes. Like in a movie that's filled with dirty humor, the cleanest joke in the whole thing is the one that made me laugh the loudest. It's when they're sitting down and he's kind of come up with his superhero name, and he's like Deadpool. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Captain Deadpool. Like, and I was finding myself so hard not to laugh as loudly as I wanted to.
No, just Deadpool. Okay.
Also, on that note, I wanted to share this because like the experience of this film, it was great. We saw it at like noon, and the theater was crowded.
Oh yeah, the theaters were packed for like a week after that.
Like everyone heard about this movie and they wanted to see it, and there's a scene where, it's the scene where there's like cancer isn't the worst thing that could possibly happen to you, and they cut to a picture of Deadpool from X-Men Origins, and I just laugh, and I look around the theater and I'm like, oh, no one else is laughing, and I'm like, was I the only one who got that joke? Like, that was the most embarrassing and yet the most like fun for me was like just like laughing at a joke that's like, holy shit, I got this joke.
Nice.
And then they talked about the Pillar Man Wham, and right after that, and I was like, I'm so happy about it. So fucking happy.
Yeah.
Fucking George Michael's Careless Whisper, that's the best. God damn.
Cool. Pretty cool bad guy, I guess. Like, I mean, kind of forgettable, but also good for Deadpool, I guess. Yeah. Can't feel pain.
It would be weird if Deadpool fought off against. It'd be weird if Deadpool fought against like any like big name contender.
Oh yeah.
Like, it'd just be weird.
That's like a canon character, Ajax.
Oh okay.
I don't know if his real name is Francis or not.
Ajax, Carl Ajax.
But yeah. They were good. Everyone
Colossal
was really good together.
Super funny.
So funny. And
Teenage
Warhead.
Yeah.
Death Machine. I don't fucking remember, but the teenager, the angsty one, she was really cool. I really liked her too. She was funnier than I thought she'd be, because I thought she was just gonna be kind of like lame and very ugh. But I mean, she was ugh, but in a very, very fun way.
Another great joke that is not totally or stupid or it's weird that I find like the jokes that weren't inappropriate like the funniest ones.
Yeah, because they were clever.
Where it was just like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna go now. All right, I'm not going with you. I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Like, it's the dumbest things like that. Like, I don't know what it is about that type of humor that's just like, I guess. I mean, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to go either. Like,
I love that whole one scene where he's confronting the stalker guy. That whole scene is so funny.
He hands the guy a piece of pizza and it just falls to the ground. It's so great.
Or else I'll kill your cat. I don't have a cat. Then whose litter box did I just poop in? Never mind. It's just
Jesus
so cute.
Christ. Like, overall, so I guess a good way of doing this is just like, the characterization was phenomenal. In superhero movies, it's sometimes it gets so hard to be like, oh, that's Tony Stark, oh, it's Iron Man. Well, they're the same character. Mm-hmm. For Deadpool, finally seeing Wade Wilson in the light that I've really desperately have been needing to see him in to appreciate the character was so refreshing. And seeing I know some people are like, some reviewers out there I know are kind of like, oh, the characterization was weird. It's like, no, to me that was the moment that like solidified that this movie was going to be good.
Mm-hmm. I'd buy this on DVD.
Absolutely. I do love the fact that, I mean, I guess it's just one of those things where it's like, I hear about Spider-Man and I'm like, okay, another Spider-Man movie. And when I heard about this movie initially, it was just kind of like, they're really making a Deadpool movie? Okay, sure. And
that was your reaction.
And now I was pleasantly surprised, mm-hmm. and I'm really happy that the movie turned out the way it did.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a sequel.
I would definitely go see it.
Nice, good.
So, unlike Suicide Squad. Did you know that not you?
What I do?
Did you know that Strider wants to do like a group watch for that? She wants everyone to get together to go like to the theater and see that movie because we all don't think that's gonna be good.
I think it'll be good. I just am not excited about Harley Quinn anymore after seeing those trailers. Anyways,
that's
guys. A whole nother Velvet Talk. We've already done it. Go see it.
All right, guys. Anyways,
tell us what you thought about Deadpool.
Absolutely, yes. Tell us what you thought. Because I would like to see that.
If you saw it. If you didn't see it, tell us what you think about Deadpool as a character.
Exactly. I know that my original viewpoints on the character were a little out there. So I know that most of the internet just loved Deadpool before the movie.
That's funny. I never saw any of that. I mean,
really?
I saw people dress up as Deadpool at like conventions, but I never paid. They never like were.
I feel like a big part of that might have just been like the people I was with like in college specifically.
Oh, okay.
Because those motherfuckers just really like just send it home that the idea is like, oh, get it, he's obnoxious, get it, fucking chimichangas, bang, 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 bang. It's like, fuck off, I don't care about Deadpool anymore. And now I care about him.
Yay! Oh, so, now we're all in love with Deadpool. Yay!
I'm in love with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, now I am.
Did you see that ass shot?
Unfortunately.
All right, guys. Next time on Velvet Talks.
Bye.
Take it easy.
See you.